Peace, love, and light. Healing through inspiration. How y'all doing? Yeah, about a new device. Maybe I'll speak to that on I don't know, I guess I'll speak to it now. But I had this device. This camera looks a lot better than the last one. And I think the other one's supposed to be a so-called better phone or whatever. I only got one lamp light on right now. This thing looks pretty clear to me. It looks pretty sharp too. Wow. Okay. But by the way, feathers up, American Pride. We're not just talking, we actually living it. Yeah. Um, as I was saying is that man, end up getting cause y'all saw we went in the store, man. Man, I told you they was acting like it was man, they was acting like it was Secret Service to get inside Best Buy and all this. I'm like, man, these people don't chill the frick out, man. I'm only here to get a phone, like, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Or they here to get a friggin' phone. So uh part of it, I've only been up for like an hour after, I was up for so long, but I slept I didn't sleep that many hours and I feel like it's kind of surprising I was still up. I'm still up. I'm still able to like wake up like in the same day. Like I think that shows a lot. You know. Uh, I was gonna say is that we went to Best Buy. We went to Best Buy. The thing was that yeah, they was acting like it was Secret Service just to get in. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to get a phone. Relax, get the frick out, cause your puss ass is scared of some goddamn coronavirus. And then, oh my gosh, when I went there, as I was there, there was a how you say a guy. Yeah, there was a lot of people out there. I guess they were doing like curbside pickup. There was a lot of people that I guess it was like first it wasn't a lot of people at first. It was like two people maybe in line, and then but there was some people coming out. They was like, "Hey, did you have a reservation?" I'm like, "Yeah." I let them know I had a reservation, but then this was an email. They never sent me the confirmation email. I was checking confirmation email, and I spoke to somebody, and then they're like, okay, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna it's probably some tally or something." They said it said tally or some names were like they're coming back. I was waiting on them to come back, so then I was waiting. It was like a lot of people, like a lot of workers, or whatever. I'm trying to figure out which one it was, whatever. But they said it was gonna come back. So then I'm just waiting there, and I was waiting. I think there was a little sister. I call her little sister. I don't know, but it's a sister. She said, "Oh, you have a reservation?" Da, da, da. But just the way how she said it, it was a lot more calm, a little more calming, a little more calming. As far as how things, as far as compared to the other people, I'm sure, for sure. And she was like, "Okay, you gotta," and so then there was other people. It was like they were just going in and out. It was just going in and out now. And another thing is too, when I was there was his brother, and there was a brother. He had locks. He had his locks, his locks, whatever. I think he had like a little shave or something on the side. You ain't supposed to be shaving the hair because the hair is part of self. Goes there for a reason. But he had his locks. It's long. I'm like, okay, I like the locks though. I seen the locks. I was like, I like the locks, brother. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, man. I've been growing up for a year. And I said, what? I was just looking at the mirror, like with my hair. I think it's something like I might be at 35 months, 30, maybe going on 36. Yeah, for sure. So I'm like, probably by next month. But I'm like, but I'm looking at this man. This man had locks, like long locks, like to here. Like, and I'm just like, it was, it was like, come on, like it was almost like here or like here, like at least past his eye. And I'm like, man, he said he grew up. I'm like, man, be quiet. I'm like, get out of here, nigga. This nigga talking about he grew there like about a year. And you're here up to here. Come on, your eye. You're like literally like your eye. Come on, man. Yo, I'm like, man, be quiet. Because a lot of people, I'm telling you, with the virgin hair, a lot of people be lying. A lot of people lie about the hair growth and how their hair growth results. And I'm like, man, please. Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I say I've done it so much. Like I've done it. I've started over even when before I had an unhealthier diet, and you know, before I knew how to heal myself, the right passage, the right ways in order to heal the body and whatnot. This is before I knew that, and I did it, and I grew my hair out. And then you got people that's like, and I did it, the damaged way, the perms and the relaxers. It wasn't, you know, I was conditioned, of course, in order to do that. And so then, what the frick? Oh yeah, so then, oh yeah, and then I used a lot of the hair products. A lot of the hair products in the store I using wasn't really healthy at all. Blue Magic, it's got petroleum in it. With petroleum, petroleum is gas. We put petroleum, same thing they put in Vaseline, gasoline, Vaseline. People use it. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It doesn't even moisturize your hair. It just makes it shine. And it's not really a natural shine at all. It's very unhealthy, so it blocks it. And it'd be a lot of times, I think a lot of times people put it on their lips and whatnot. And I used to put it on my lips, and it was not keeping my lips moisturized. You know. Um yeah. But yeah, this brother had it to like his eyes, and I'm like, man, brother, please. And I'm like, a lot of people say, I'm like, you didn't have it just from the scalp, like just like almost just about from the scalp. That year, he's like, yeah. I'm like, man, they did. He's like, so he started to pull out his gloves, take off his gloves, about to show me his phone. So he started to show me his phone. I just do it. I just do it. So he goes to show pictures, like, yeah, this is it from a year. This man had little bitty locks, like from here, like the fact that his hair goes up from like inches from his scalp, and he had like little bitty locks, like little bitty locks, like a smudge. And I'm like, you know that, bro. You know that's not just from you, and that's not just from the scalp. So he already had hair length, but he was trying to say that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he grew up in the scalp. I knew my hair. When I grew my hair, I grew up from the mother freaking scalp. Like, I got a picture. My hair was cut low. My hair it wasn't like bald. I wasn't bald. I won't say I was like bald and had like no hair at all, but I did. It was like it was a low cut. It was a low cut for sure. You know what I'm saying? A very low cut. A very low cut. I can say that for sure. So, but yeah, that's just something too. I noticed that too. Having to connect with the brother, even though I was still, and I'm telling you all this because even though I was getting it, some negative energy, because it was this other guy. He's like, hey, this one, hey, you got an appointment? Hey, I'm like, yeah, I had a reservation. I was supposed to be, and I think I had told him about a reservation before, and then he came back. He's like, hey, you got a reservation? Like, you got a reservation or something? He's like, yeah, I spoke to someone about it. I spoke to somebody on the phone. He's like. He had spoke to. He's like, I said, yeah, I spoke to somebody on the phone. I'm like, yeah. Do you know who you talk? He's like, yeah. Do you know who you talk to? Like, do you know who you talk to? Um, do you know who you talk to? He's like, if you can't tell me who you talk, if you can, you can't tell me who you talk to. I'm like, yeah, I was talking about my phone, and my phone has damage and whatnot. He told me, he recommended a phone. He had a phone here for me. He said to come here and pick it up. It was like a Motorola. He said. He's like, do you know who he talked? He's like, you don't know who talked to. I'm like, no, he didn't tell me his name. You don't know who he talked to. You don't have an appointment. Yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker's trying to write me off. This dude's a motherfucking faggot. He's got motorcycle gang tattoos and probably doesn't even have a motorcycle. It's like you're a freaking fag, dude. This dude is not about to write me off. Anyways, as I was still, the brother was still talking, right? He's just finished talking to me after he just showed me the picture. I'm like, man, I told him I walked 2 miles to get here. I took 2 miles to get here, and I said, and other workers heard it too. And I'm like, this motherfucker, but this motherfucker, but he was over there trying to act like he doing Secret Service. He's the freaking secret. Yeah, you can't come here. I'm like, get the frick out of here, you puss ass bitch. You think because I'm supposed to be scared because you scared, ho? You think I'm supposed to be scared because you scared, ho? You don't want to deal, you don't be a loser then, bitch. Don't be a loser. Do something different then, ho. The frick you talking about? Sitting there trying to take it out on people. And you know that little bitch ass boys and girls, they only gonna do stuff like that in environments like that. Shoot, we gotta get the hell up out of here. Anyways, but kind of like I did, you get a phone. So I'm like, frick, man. Anyways, this is crazy. Um, another thing is another thing is that so I ended up getting in the store. I ended up doing it with the phone, and since I didn't know if it was compatible for my sim. It's not for my sim. It's not really unlockable. You know that this device is new. This is probably like the third time maybe the third time I'd have powered it on or powered it back off. I haven't really seen all the features in it. I really have not. All my apps haven't even transferred into it. I just know I needed, to communicate. I need a device too, like, and I can't even go on Instagram or we run our business through Instagram or Healing Through Inspiration. Um, I'm like, frick, my G. It's like this is kind of hindering us. So I'm like, shoot, the frick, yo. We got this phone. I bought this phone, and it's like Best Buy's got a 14-day reprise. 14-day that you could take the phone back. And then here, listen to this. And it's $45 stocking fee. Nigga, they took the price out of your phone. Nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I got this phone unlocked. So I'm thinking about should I get another carrier or whatever. But I'm like, it's in the coronavirus time, so in quarantine, the stores aren't really open. So I'm just like, I kind of like, I guess I get to choose where I wanted to go. I guess when I got this phone, as long as I got a smartphone, it's touchscreen or whatever, I probably need to get a case for this thing if I'm gonna end up keeping it. It looks like I did keep it because the way I bought it, because for what I bought it for, and because he told me one price, and they told me it was a lot less, like dramatical difference, like a third. Like this is guy over the phone, a third less, you know, from the price, and because that's how it was. But that he didn't explain to me if that was if I signed up under their carrier, like was sprinting through the store, and I'm like, what the frick? All this little backward ass stuff. But I'm like, bro, I already walked there, and I'm like, I needed a phone because my phone is that screen, and I can't even touch it. Like, what the frick? And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just end up getting this phone. I'm gonna get this phone. And one of the things that you keep going in my head as far as when I purchase stuff is that, whatever, I'm gonna be rich. That's what it is. I am rich. I am rich. I'm sorry, because I am rich because it starts in the mind. I am rich. It starts in the mind. I already am rich. So, but as far as the financially rich is coming in alignment, most definitely. So that's the deal with that. And but I was talking in there, this dude, man, he was helping me out with the phone. He was explaining it to me too. He's actually pretty chill. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all too that I was waiting outside. Like I said, when other workers said they heard me say that, I told after I said I walked 2 miles. I told them I walked 2 miles to get here. Um, they said, and she's like, you up? She came out, grabbed me a big bottle of smart water, dude, big bottle of smart water. This little girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, this little girl. I was so happy. I said, what? She's like, yeah, you need it. You've been walking. I said, wow. I'm like, bro, she was so freaking kind. I'm like, wow. I'm like, dude, it was cold too. And I'm like, shoot. That was so freaking kind to her. That was so freaking kind to her, man. This little girl brought that. I'm like, wow, she's the only one who did that. She wasn't even like really helping me. I'm like, dang. I just can't get over that. The fact that she thought it mattered to do that to me. It's the little things that matter. Just some water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a very appreciative person. So I must definitely appreciate that. Wow. She was a hard worker too. I could tell because she was doom, 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 just buzzing off the place, handling and stuff. And I'm like, shoot. But yeah, that's how I got this advice. And now, and I don't know if y'all noticed too, as I've been talking, there's been some sound in the background, y'all. There's been some sound in the background. And like I told you, I just woke up, so that's what I look like. You know what I'm saying? And with that, it's been a lot of. If y'all can hear the noise in the background, I'm sure y'all can. I don't know how this device turns out. Honestly, I can't say. But with that being said, I gotta challenge my own. I gotta meditate. I'm gonna meditate for an hour. Usually, before I used to meditate for 15 minutes. I started with 15 minutes, and then I increased it, to 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes, and then I've been doing it for like 30 minutes. I try to do it after I wake up. I'm sorry. But as far as far as with that, I'm just gonna have to like do what the frick am I gonna do? Uh, I'm gonna do what they call. I'm gonna go for an hour, but then eventually, I've said it to myself. I said it in my mind. I'm gonna have to do 4 hours. I'm gonna have to do 4 hours, but I'm wondering if I'm gonna do 4 hours. Like 4 hours, I might go out in nature. That'd be so awesome, like a nature meditation, like somewhere in the sun. But the thing is, I don't want to be like, I don't want to just be like, I don't want the bugs to bother me. You know what I'm saying? The insects to bother me. If I do it outside in nature, that's one of the things too. Yeah, those are just my thoughts. But yeah, I'm gonna have a challenge. I'm gonna have to meditate for an hour, and too. And even though with the environment that it is now, it may be loud and whatnot, but the thing is, we got to change the environment. Most definitely got to change the environment, and you know what that starts in. That starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. Where the mind goes, the body follows. We got to put ourselves in a better alignment. When things come in alignment, we got to start it. Only mindset holds you back. Yeah, but you guys know if you guys want to book a one-on-one coaching session, you guys can do that. We got the information in the description box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share. Uh, you can DM us on Instagram at healingthroughinspiration. That's the fastest way to get to us. For a coaching session, we got our original cats for sale. You guys have really been loving it. I'm very proud, very happy. You guys you guys like that. Uh, Shoot, we got our American Meaning shirts, limited supplies last for that. A lot of great things coming. Okay, we got the Corona virus proof course. You guys know that. And two, if you want to start a business and you don't know how to start a business, um, we got the course for that. We got a system that you're gonna have to get with. Okay. And if you do have a business you want to further enhance, you just need it. You need to know marketing. You need to know marketing. We got the best system for you. It's in the description box. If you're serious, this is it for you. If you're not, hey man, hey, but I want you guys to have a great one. Continue to be blissful. Peace, love, and light, y'all.